Perfect. Welcome. You guys can be seated. Okay, perfect. Hello and welcome to the Krista McAuliffe Academy School of Arts and Sciences Class of 2025 graduation. If you have not heard from me, then you're probably living under a rock, because I email and cajole and nag via email or calls a lot to all the seniors and the parents. So most likely you've heard from me. This is my favorite event every year. Look at these beautiful, beautiful humans in front of us. They're amazing. We are so happy to have you here in person. In person is the key here, because we're an online school, so a lot of times we've met you, but maybe we haven't actually met you in person, so that's really fun here, getting to see your faces besides just on a screen. So we thank you so much for that. We have a very unique school. We have very unique students, very unique families, come from all walks of life, live all over, and we just love educating them all. We love that you've allowed us to do that with your children. And I know that's a big leap of faith. And I also know that these are the most precious people in your life. I have my own children, so I know that. So trusting us to do that is really one of, I would say, our biggest privileges. And we thank you for that trust. This type of education is not for the faint of heart. You have to be strong emotionally to be able to probably have your children sleep in and you're like, get out of bed and get on that computer and get to work. So you've all probably had some tears. You've probably had a few times where you might have raised your voice. I mean, I'm sure none of you have ever done that with your students. You might have had some eye rolls from your children, but now they are here. And they have reached this journey, and you should be so proud. And I would like all the parents and family to give yourself a round of applause right now for that. I have worked at this school for 16 years, and really since its inception. And the thing about our graduates is they are not babysat and spoon-fed, so almost all of them go off to college and are very successful. They go to college, and college is not, nobody, you go to college and nobody's bugging you and nagging you and trying to get you to get up and do your work. And these students have learned time management skills, study skills, people skills, all the things that they need to be super successful in college, and it builds a lot of confidence and independence, and these students up here have shown us that. Again, we feel so privileged that you've come to San Diego. We thank you for pivoting with us to inside, because although yesterday was absolutely gorgeous, we've already seen lightning out there and heard thunder. So the thing about online education and the real world is you have to learn to pivot, and you guys have all done that splendidly, so we thank you for doing that with us and being patient. So let's keep it on these students up here. I'm going to give you a few stats. This year we have 52 graduating seniors in the class of 2025. We have 7 students who have a perfect 4.0 GPA, and they share the honors of class of 2025 valedictorian. We have 2 students graduating with a 3.99 GPA, sharing salutatorian honors. This means that they probably have only 1 or 2 A- throughout all of high school. 15 students are graduating with a 3.9 to a 3.98. Of the 52 graduates, 40, I want you to think about that for a minute. I should have done the percentage. 40 of the 52 have a GPA of 3.5 or higher. So that's pretty impressive. We have graduates from 18 states: Florida, California, Texas, Louisiana, Illinois, Massachusetts, Virginia, Washington, Idaho, Pennsylvania, Oregon, North Carolina, Maryland, Arizona, Tennessee, Maine, Ohio, and Colorado. We have 10 different countries that these students are from, including China, Uzbekistan, Aruba, Mexico, Colombia, Greece, India, Bermuda, Spain, and Singapore. We have 21 graduates that are National Honor Society members graduating. So as you can see, this class is academically outstanding. But the thing is I want you to remember that it is not just about numbers and stats and GPAs and where they're all going to college. That's the thing about our school. Most schools, the numbers are the most important thing, but that is not the most important thing. Many of these students have had difficulties and side roads. They've had detours and stumbles and huge mountains to climb to get where they are today. I don't know, I got emotional, but some of these students are amazing. Some students took longer to graduate than peers their same age. We love to point out that our school is not just about the smartest, the best, or the highest achieving. It's about you. It's about your student, and it's about each and every student up here at CMASAS, and they take their own personalized journey with us and through our school. We call it, at our school, personalization, and we take it seriously. I want each and every student and graduate here, and those not here, but still part of this class, to know that each of you is important and cared for and loved. We are celebrating all of you, not just the brightest or the ones going to selective colleges, but all of you, no matter how you got here, no matter what your next plan is. You are special, and your personalized journey is something we want to celebrate with you here today, with your friends and with your family, watching and cheering you on. Please remember that. We are proud of each and every one of you as you reach this milestone, and you gave us this opportunity to be a big part of your lives. Now, without further ado, we are going to transition to our valedictorian speeches. All right, this year we have 7 students who graduated with a perfect 4.0. Adam Alisher, Libby Cohen, Brooks Ford, Amelia Goldschmidt, Michelle Max Zagorski, Scarlett Walker, and Tristan Dracott. 4 of those students are here at graduation, and they have chosen to give a valedictorian speech. First up will be Libby Cohen. Libby, if Libby would stand, she's not going to give a speech, but I'm going to explain why. Libby attended CMASAS starting her sophomore year until now. She has continued to challenge herself with very rigorous courses. So her GPA, 4.0 GPA, is very impressive considering how many AP courses this young lady has chosen. Furthermore, and I'll talk about this later again, but she's graduated, I think, with over 33 credits, so that's pretty impressive. She was also our NHS president this year, and she's been an outstanding student. Libby has chosen, she was going to give a speech, but she's had surgery, and so she's going to not, but I wanted to make sure we acknowledged Libby. Our next valedictorian, and this student is going to give a speech, is going to be Brooks Ford. How can I tell you about Brooks? Wait, Brooks, don't get up yet. He's just an all-around great kid. He's so involved in CMASAS that I honestly cannot comprehend what we're going to do without Brooks. No pressure to his little brother Wells, who also attends CMASAS. Brooks not only challenged himself by taking hard courses, think AP and honors level, but also was so involved in many clubs, including NHS, Student Council, and more. Not only that, but he was very involved in community service outside of the school, in particular the Red Cross. I could go on and on about Brooks, and don't worry, I will go on and on about Brooks a little bit more later. But right now, I'm just going to let him come up and give his speech. Brooks Ford.
All right, how's everybody doing? Y'all doing good? Awesome. All right, well, I got a little speech for you guys. Go ahead and get into it. So, everybody, let's talk about Olaf. Not the lovable snowman from the movie. No, not that one. Olaf and I met deep in the backcountry of New Mexico. The summer, I hiked through Philmont Scout Ranch. Olaf is a cranky donkey with a mission to challenge Boy Scouts and a stubbornness that inspires college essays and graduation speeches. Olaf's crew found us desperate for help. He dug his hooves into the trail and refused to move. We were tired and hungry and needed to set up camp, but Olaf needed a safe place to sleep. We tried pushing, we tried pulling, we tried bribing, and we tried pleading with Olaf. Olaf brought together an eclectic crew of scouts and gave them a stubborn challenge. Today, we have come from all over the world to connect and celebrate. Through our homerooms, clubs, student council events, and assemblies, we have shaped a community that transcends time zones and continents. Over the years, we've bonded over bakes, pets, and celebrating each other's talents. We've even nurtured long-lasting friendships while navigating the challenges of being in an online international school. What I will cherish most about CMASAS is the shared experiences. Not the projects, not the exams, certainly not the last-minute essays, but the people who have made our global community possible. This is the part I will never forget. I bet you're all wondering what happened to Olaf. That stubborn donkey didn't care about our strength, our treats, or our hungry bellies. I was fortunate to hike Philmont with my father, a veterinarian who understood the likes of Olaf. With a strategically placed rope and a gentle nudge, Olaf begrudgingly walked, trotted, and eventually ran the mile back to the safety of his stable. Surround yourself with the people who love you fiercely. We need more than just grit to navigate these dusty trails. We need each other. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you, Brooks Ford. Now we have Amelia Goldschmidt. Amelia also challenged herself with many AP courses, some honors courses, and quite a few higher level math courses. A unique thing about Amelia is that she did all this amazing academic work while living in an RV with her family as they travel around the United States. They're full-time RVers. So I think that's really amazing that she did this school because they're full-time RVers. So hey, you should talk to her dad and see those pictures. They're awesome of those RV. She has received the University of Puget Sound's Provost Award, worth $29,000 annually. And without further ado, we'll have Amelia come up and give her speech.
Friends, Romans, countrymen, we did it. We killed... That's the wrong speech. I'm going to keep this short. We're all at the school for our own reasons. For me, CMASAS has been a place where I can learn in harmony with my life as a full-time traveler. Maybe you're also a traveler. Maybe you're an actor or an athlete or someone who brick and mortar school didn't agree with. What's more important than what brought you here is that you are here and that we, the class of 2025, made it. We did it. Alongside the academics of more traditional schooling, we face the additional demands of advocating for ourselves, scheduling meetings, keeping track of our schedules, and shaping our futures. Because of our asynchronous schooling, it wasn't enough just to show up to class. We had to play an active role in our own education. In the process, we developed skills that will serve us wherever we choose to apply them. To name a few: independence, creativity, and perseverance. We put in the work. I put mine in from bed most days. It wasn't always easy, but we did it. And I'm sure you've heard the proverb that a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Class of 2025, we are all well beyond our first step. Whatever the future may hold, we're ready for it.
All right, thank you, Amelia. The next valedictorian to give a speech, I said last, but certainly not least, is going to be Michelle Max-Zagorski. In addition to her high school courses, she also took many dual enrollment courses via Savannah College of Art and Design, also known as SCAD. She's an amazing artist. She is fluent in Polish, and she's an amazingly talented and creative artist. I think I said that twice. I think she's really creative. Please welcome Max Zagorski to the stage. Max.
Hello everyone, fellow graduates, families, friends, and teachers, both here with us and watching from across the globe. It is an honor to speak with you today as we celebrate this incredible milestone together, no matter where in the world we're logging in from, because that's what makes CMASAS so unique. This isn't just a school, it's a global learning community, and today we've all reached the finish line together. But before we look ahead, I want to take a moment to reflect on where this journey began, for me and for some of you too. Imagine being 10 years old and coming home crying every day. Not because of homework or grades, but because your classroom felt like a battlefield. A girl once told me that my hair looked like a rat's nest. A boy gave me a picture of a hippo and told me that it looked just like me. Another kid rubbed an eraser over me and said, "Look, I'm erasing a mistake." It was also a year of a highly divisive election, and suddenly I wasn't just different, I was targeted. I didn't fit in, I was bilingual, I hadn't gone to Disneyland or watched the traditional American sports. I felt like I had to defend my existence every single day. Even my teacher, who was supposed to be there for me and uplift me, was treated me unfairly. I cried nearly every day, and the emotional wounds and the emotional wounds from that time, they didn't just fade, they lingered. And then my parents found online school, CMASAS, and for the first time, I found peace. Online learning gave me a chance to heal, to grow, to breathe. It removed me from a toxic environment and gave me back control over my own education and my life. And today I stand here, not broken, but whole. That's the power of online school. At CMASAS, I've experienced something truly powerful. Education designed around the individual, not the system. And research backed this up. I find that online school is better for children's and young adults' mental health because it strengthens family bonds, protects us from harmful environments, and offers flexible, personalized learning that meets us where we are. Let's talk about family. One of the most beautiful things about online school is how it brings us closer to the people that love us most. Instead of spending 8 or more hours a day in a classroom, we can have lunch with our family, take a walk with a pet during breaks, or just exist around those who make us feel safe. I was able to visit my mom in the hospital, and I didn't have to worry about falling behind. I didn't have to choose between school and love. Online learning gave me both. And that flexibility isn't just convenient, it's life-changing. It allows us to take mental health breaks, pursue our passions, and even travel without missing a single lesson. And yes, some people say that online school leads to isolation or weak academics, but we all know that's just not true. I made real friends here. I joined online groups and communities where I felt seen, accepted, and supported. Adults often tell me about how mature and respectful I am, and they're surprised to learn that I went to online school. But I say, this isn't in spite of it, this is because of it. We've learned not just to pass tests, but how to manage our time, how to advocate for ourselves, and how to learn independently. We've also learned how to think critically and how to grow emotionally. We've done all of this while navigating a world that's constantly changing, be it a global pandemic or a new surge of AI usage. That takes resilience, and every single one of us here has it. Let's also talk about safety. According to the National Center of Education and Statistics, nearly 1 in 5 students aged 12 to 18 experienced bullying in school in the past year alone. And tragically, since 1999, more than 390,000 students have been exposed to online school shootings. At CMASAS, we've been able to learn without fear. No bullying in the halls, no threats to our safety, just a space where we can be ourselves, focus, and thrive. And for students who may be struggling in a traditional classroom setting, like most of us here today, online school allowed us to learn at our own pace. I was able to skip ahead a full grade in math, and in just a few months, I raised my embarrassing English grade by two grades. That's not because I'm a genius. It's because I was finally given the chance to learn in a way that worked for me. In fact, Drexel University says that online learning often gives students more one-on-one support from their teachers. And DevelopTech's 2025 study shows that online learning can reduce learning time by up to 60%, while improving retention by up to 50%. That means we're not just learning, we're learning better. But of course, we can't ignore the challenges. For families with both parents working out of home, online school may just not be feasible. Plus, online school requires a strong self-motivation, time management, and digital skills, and not all students have these. Lastly, not everyone has access to technology or environment needed to succeed in online learning. According to ACT research, 25% of low-income students in the US still face limited access to internet or devices. That's a gap we need to fix, because no student should be left behind simply because of where they live or how much money their family has. So, what now? As graduates of an international online school, we are proof that a different kind of education is not only possible, it is powerful. We've learned how to take ownership of our education. We've learned how to take care of our mental health and how to show up for people who we love while still showing up for ourselves. And as we go out into the world, some of us to college, some of us to careers, some of us on our own personal adventures, I hope that we carry that lesson with us, that education doesn't have to hurt to be meaningful. We don't have to sacrifice our mental health to succeed. We don't have to choose between family and the future. We are a future. We are the future. So, my fellow graduates, wherever in the world you are, whether here right next to me or attending through a screen, I am proud of us. We've made it, not the easy way, but the right way, with strength, compassion, and courage. Congratulations, class of 2025. Let's go change the world, one thoughtful, flexible, and emotionally aware step at a time. Thank you.
Well, Max, we might just have to hire you to be our next marketing person. That was pretty spectacular. Wow. 2 batches off to college, right? All right, that was brilliant. So we have one more valedictorian who sent in he's not here. Tristan Dracott is another one of our valedictorians, and he sent just some short remarks that he would like read, and so Sierra Treadway is going to read them on his behalf. Sierra?
I would like to thank CMASAS for giving me the opportunity to obtain my diploma by taking interesting classes with great teachers through CMASAS and at a community college. I especially must thank my counselor and instructor, Yvette, who started at CMASAS when I did and helped me enormously in achieving my educational goals.
Okay, all right. So a few years back, we used to have speakers, different kinds of speakers would come in and give an address to the students. And a few years back, I don't know how many years, maybe 5, 4, I don't even know, for a bit, we decided we have amazing alums and alumni that would be great to come back and speak. So we have started a sort of tradition now where we ask a guest alumni speaker to come be our sort of keynote address, give the keynote address to the students. All right, so this year we have asked Gabriella Reese. She was a CMASAS Class of 2019 graduate. To give you some idea of her accomplishments while at CMA, she was a member of NHS her junior and senior years, I think, right? Yeah. She was the secretary her junior year, and she was the president her senior year. I've been the NHS advisor since its inception, so I work pretty closely with the officers of NHS. She was also a class of 2019 valedictorian. She graduated with a perfect 4.0. She was an outstanding student academically, but also she was an exemplary student leader at CMASAS. Staff and students alike loved working with her. After graduating and in college, she received an academic excellence scholarship all 4 years while attending Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University in Arizona, right? Because there's 2 of them, right? Yeah, she was in Arizona. She was on the dean's list all 4 years and graduated with a bachelor's degree in forensic biology, summa cum laude. A few of the awards she received include Women's Excellence Award and Distinguished Graduate Award. She was the inaugural secretary for her university's first Forensic Honor Society chapter, Delta Delta Epsilon. She was selected for an internship with the Yavapai County Medical Examiner, and she also did undergraduate research with one of the professors and some other students that analyzed cosmetics as a form of trace evidence, and was selected to present at the American Chemical Society Conference in fall of 2022. So cosmetics? Okay, interesting. That's an interesting line of work. Currently, she works at the Phoenix Police Department Crime Lab, and she is an affiliate member of the American Academy of Forensic Sciences. As you can see, Gabby is a wonderful example of what our CMASAS students and graduates can do: achieve their dreams, find meaningful work, and become great citizens. So without further ado, I would like to invite up Gabriella Reese.
Thank you, Heidi. And good afternoon, graduates, families, faculty, and friends. I am honored to address the Krista McCullough Academy graduating class of 2025. To the graduates, you can take a deep breath because you made it here, and you should all be incredibly proud. To the families, teachers, and staff who supported these students academically, emotionally, and through the days when the Wi-Fi stopped working, this moment belongs to you too. 6 years ago, I was sitting right where all of you are today, and it is a privilege to return. Not just to celebrate everything you've accomplished, but to mark the next chapter of your lives. My introduction with CMA started when I was 13, and while moving to a new city, my parents decided that homeschooling would be best for my transition. I had been in public school up until that point, and wasn't sure what the next 5 years would look like. That was the first time I remember thinking, okay, what happens now? I was terrified, but that fear turned into a blessing. One of the greatest gifts of education is it gives you the space to discover who you are. CMA offered that to me, and as I'm sure to all of you. Maybe you discovered a new talent, maybe you realized you wanted to pick one career over another, or maybe it just gave you the space to learn a little bit more about yourselves. For me, it is where I discovered a passion for all things science and forensics, which is what propelled me into the career that I have now. At my graduation, I remember sitting here mainly thinking of 50 different ways I could stumble walking up to get my diploma. But beneath the nerves was that same question nagging at me, okay, what happens now? After high school, I earned my bachelor's degree in forensic biology. It was me, my love for true crime, and my newly dyed purple hair against the world. The 4 years flew by in a blur of early morning lab classes, hours of reading journal articles, and late night ice cream runs with my roommates. I graduated in the spring of 2023, and the day before my ceremony is when I received my job offer from the Phoenix Crime Lab. Yet for some reason, there was still that small echo of, guess what? Okay, what do I do now? What happens now? I've always been the person to look forward to the next chapter, eager to see what was going to happen. In my impatience for new beginnings, it took me a long time, dare I say too long, to realize that no one hands you a neatly written script. You are given the task of writing every page yourself. But the great thing is that you are the author, and you get to decide the kind of story you want to write. CMA has given you all an outline. Now it's time for you to create the rest. Unfortunately, I don't have all of the answers for you, but the exciting part is you'll find those on your own. In the meantime, let me offer a few guideposts that may help you along the way. First is to stay kind, not because it's easy, but because it matters. In a world that rewards being the loudest, the fastest, or the boldest, kindness is a quiet strength. It's the stranger who opens the door, the friend who listens without fixing, and the leader who lifts others up to stand on their shoulders. Next is to show grace. Give it to others, yes, but also give it to yourself. You will stumble, mess up, take the wrong turn, or write the wrong chapter, but that's the part of writing the story. That's the beauty of being human. What's important is how you respond. Grace allows us to move forward without shame dragging behind. Face your fears. We've all heard it a million times, but it's worth repeating. Fear is not an obstacle, it's a compass, and it often points you exactly where you need to go. Whether it's speaking up, standing your ground, or leaving something behind, having courage doesn't mean you're not afraid. It means you trust yourself enough to go forward anyways. Stay curious. Curiosity will carry you beyond your talent. It digs much deeper, asks the difficult questions, and most importantly, it refuses to let you settle. We are born curious, and we get the privilege to shape it into what we need. Krista McAuliffe had a vision of a world as a global village, a world without boundaries. That world isn't waiting to be found, it's waiting to be built, and you are the builders. Finally, build the life that is truly yours, not someone else's vision of success. Build the safe dream, build the impressive dream, build the dream that is so big, it scares you a little. Our school was named after a woman who stood for bold dreams, a strong curiosity, and the belief that education can change the world. So don't just look to check all of the boxes, but chase what grabs your heart. You're entering a world that is complicated and at many times intimidating, but it's also full of beauty and possibility because you are in it. Your path forward is not going to be straight, but I promise that's not a flaw. It's a feature of every great journey. When the world is unkind, lead with kindness. When you stumble, respond with grace. When fear shows up, face it anyways. When the path is uncertain, stay curious. And when that dream keeps calling, run towards it. Whatever story you choose to write, we will all be here to cheer you on every step of the way. Congratulations, class of 2025. The next chapter is here, and it is lucky to have you.
Thank you.
That was perfect, Gabby. Thank you so much. Okay, now, what you all been waiting for? All right, this is my favorite part. We're going to do the presentation of diplomas, but we're going to do it a little bit different than most graduations that you're at. At most, we call the student's name, they come up, and they shake the person's hand and they take the diploma. Here we are going to make them stand there in front of all of you, facing you, and be embarrassed because we are going to brag about each and every one of them. And you are going to have time to take pictures and videos. All right, so Christopher Geis is going to stand here. He's our Director of Education. He is going to he will hand each one the diploma sleeve. Okay, so without further ado, we have 23 students here. And our first one today will be Braden Bartnick. Braden Bartnick, come on down. Braden is graduating at age 15. Wow, way to go, Braden. He lives in the St. Louis metro area. He plans to attend Southern Illinois University, Edwardsville this fall on a full scholarship. He was admitted to many colleges and received many scholarships to these universities and colleges, but he has chosen SIUE. He is an NHS member, and he has won many awards on a competitive team for Odyssey of the Mind. In fact, he was at, and he has a special award for that. Excellent. He was at a competition right before he came here. He wants to be sure to thank his parents and his sister for all their sacrifices on his behalf. Congratulations, Braden. And I forgot to say that you can go ahead and head that way. Primrose is also going to give each student a lei. So when you're done getting your diploma, I forgot to tell you, Braden, walk right over there and grab a lei. She's going to hand them to you because I don't think they fit over the hats. Primrose will explain further a little bit later about the leis, and I did tell the students, so I'm going to remind the parents here too, that they're not to be untied. There's a tie there, but if you untie them, they will fall apart. They will all fall apart. So do not untie the leis. All right, you can put them on here in a bit. The next student will be Jace Benzing. Jace is from Queens Creek, Arizona. He plans to take his time after graduation before deciding what he wants to pursue. He wants to consider travel and adventures. He wants to enjoy the journey of life and not be in a hurry, which I think is wonderful advice. He loves Legos, drawing, coffee. Don't you brew your own coffee? Yes, he brews his own coffee, which he gave me some last year, and it was delicious. He loves nature, and he loves the ocean. He is excited to achieve this milestone and be graduated, and would like to thank his parents and all of his teachers. Congratulations, Jace Benzing. All right, Jack Chumbris. Jack lives in Virginia and will be attending the Citadel, which is the Military College of South Carolina. I believe his older brother also attends the Citadel. He might be our very first graduate that has ever attended the Citadel, which is pretty unusual. It's pretty cool. He plans to study English and would like to later join the Israeli Defense Force. I actually also, is your hat strapped on? I want you to show them this really cool. And what was it again?
It was the ambulance service in Israel.
Yes, he got this wonderful patch from the ambulance service in Israel. I thought that was pretty cool. He loves writing, playing D&D, fencing, photography, listening to music. He also loves gardening. He has a lot of family here, and I also wanted to add one more thing. He was inducted to NHS last night. Congratulations, Jack Chambers. reminds me, if you get a chance to really look at some of the decorations some of the students did, they're pretty cool on their hats. All right, next up is Elizabeth Libby Cohen. Libby has lived a few places around the U.S., but currently lives in Wayne, Pennsylvania. She plans to attend New York University, which is in New York City. She wants to study journalism, film, and politics. She enjoys reading, writing, sewing, film, activism, animals, traveling, and baking. She is a member of NHS and currently served this year as our NHS president. She helps run book club, and she's done some amazing creative work during high school, including writing an off-Broadway play, attending New York Film Academy, along with traveling to Italy. She is a class of 2025 valedictorian, as I mentioned previously, not to mention she graduated with over 33 credits. Usually students take about 24, so that's pretty good. Many of which included AP and honors. She was accepted into 7 prestigious universities, many with scholarships, but she's very excited to attend NYU this fall. Congratulations, Libby. Libby was here 2 years ago, I believe, for the NHS induction. That's when I first met Libby in person. Next up is Sophia Call. Sophia lives in Portland, Oregon, and plans to attend Flagler College in St. Augustine, Florida, to major in criminology and minor in psychology. She received 3 scholarships awards to attend Flagler College, including the Flagler Presidential Merit Scholarship, the Flagler College Make History Scholarship, and the Ponce de Leon Scholarship. I probably said that wrong. Okay. She is a member of NHS, and she's been a member of Student Council and Book Club. She enjoys books, watching movies, and she also likes going to the beach and hiking. She's taken many honors level courses, and we are so excited for her journey at Flagler next year. Congratulations, Sophia. Sorry, next student. Next student is Keita Fernandez Villavicencio. I hope I'm close. Keita lives in Puerto Vallarta, Jalisco, Mexico. He came to CMASAS for his senior year and is very close to finishing his remaining courses and credits. He plans to focus on his art after graduating, so he can weigh his choices on how to further pursue his art. He would like to perhaps study art in either Mexico or abroad. He would like to someday work in the video game industry, being a lead concept artist or a character designer. Have I mentioned he really loves art? He loves it so much, and he pretty much does art all the time in his spare time. He loves to cook for his family, and since he lives near the beach, he also enjoys surfing. Last night, I found out the way that he found out about our school was he was friends a long time ago with one of our graduates from last year, Nick Cosimano, so that was an interesting story as well. Congratulations, Keita. Brooks Ford. Brooks lives in Wilmington, North Carolina. He's been accepted to the Wilson College of Textiles at NC State University. He received the ITT Millikan Centennial Scholarship, which is $95,500 merit scholarship at NC State. He did also receive some scholarships to 3 other great colleges as well. He plans to major in, well, let's see if I get this right, polymer and color chemistry with a medical sciences concentration. And he says he currently has an interest in the field of interventional radiology. I wrote, I'm not even sure what all that is, but if Brooks is doing it, I'm sure he will rock it. He enjoys scouting, tennis, reading, painting, World War II miniatures, and doing community volunteer work. I'd like to add that he is an Eagle Scout recipient and won congressional awards, both silver and bronze, for his many hundreds and hundreds of hours of volunteering, physical fitness, and personal development work. I would be remiss if I didn't mention that Brooks has been very involved in clubs here, including Student Council as the president, I believe, right? Yeah. NHS, and so many more. He is an exemplary student leader. He volunteers to help out with all kinds of things at our school. He is kind to all students. He is helpful, and he is a great role model to the younger students and an all-around great kid. Oh, and he is also a valedictorian this year, which you saw. He would like to thank his dog, Luke, his best study buddy. Congratulations, Brooks Ford. It kind of reminds me that it's really fun when I meet with the students and their pets. You get to see their pets. The cats walk across the street and the dogs come up. That's always one of my favorite. All right, next up is Ava Frias. Ava lives in Tigard, Oregon. She plans to go to community college to start her educational journey after high school. She is very interested in architecture and would like to become an architect someday. She is very creative and loves drawing, music, and designing clothes. She won 2 state awards for her dance team as a freshman in high school, which she's wearing. It's pretty cool. She is in our school's chapter of NHS. She was inducted last night and is graduating this year earlier than on a traditional path. She has an excellent 3.96 GPA. She would like to specifically thank her PEC, Daisy, there's Daisy, and for guiding her and being such a support for her during high school. Congratulations, Ava. Connor Goldcool is next. Connor, come on down, Connor. Connor lives in Tucson, Arizona. He was accepted and received scholarships to both NAU and the University of Arizona. He's decided to attend his local hometown university, U of A. He had also attended Pima Community College for dual enrollment courses while attending our school. Connor would like to study international business with a minor in Japanese. He hopes to one day move to Japan and work in business administration. He loves mahjong, horror novels, astronomy, Python programming, and LaTeX programming. Again, I don't know what those things are, but they sound super impressive. He received an ESA scholarship. He didn't list it, but I would like to also add that Connor was involved in many clubs at CMASAS, which is pretty cool. And he specifically would like to thank his mother for her unwavering support. Aww. Congratulations, Connor. Oh, I didn't see your hat, Connor. Do you have Lego? Minecraft. Minecraft, I love it. Very good. Excellent. All right, next up is Amelia Goldschmidt. Amelia has lived in Washington, D.C., but is now, as we mentioned earlier, a full-time RVer. Well, that's coming to an end very soon because she will be attending the University of Puget Sound in Tacoma, Washington to study computer science and software engineering. She received the Provost Scholarship to attend UPS. She wants to especially thank Ms. Fowler for all of her encouragement and help. I just wanted to see if Kim was crying. She is a member of NHS and a class of 2025 valedictorian. She also loves to hike, travel, read, write, code, and she is passionate about feminism, manga, and web design. Plus, I think she's just an all-around fun and cool kiddo. So, congratulations, Amelia. Next up is Lexa Hedgecock. Oh, Lexa, that was brilliant. That was so beautiful. That was perfect. Lexa lives in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. She was accepted into 13 colleges and universities, but she's very excited to attend Salem College and plans to study biochemistry for a career in medical research. She was awarded the Salem College Presidential Scholarship, awarded by the President at Salem College in recognition of extraordinary academic achievement. This scholarship includes an award of $96,000 over 4 years at Salem College. She also received a special recognition to join the Salem College Honors Program and the Salem College Bridge Program, which are selective programs to gain entry into. Don't you have your medals for those? Did you bring them? Yeah?
I do have this National Society of
Oh, very good. She brought some medals. She's also a, I might say this wrong, coloratura soprano?
Yeah, you got
Okay, I got it. And if I didn't have it, she'd let me know, which is even better. A soprano who enjoys performing as a soloist as well as in productions and choirs. She is a Taekwondo black stripe and also enjoys bird watching. She has been a very active participant in National Honor Society and always brings her favorite Cat in the Hat to the meetings. In case you didn't know, Lexa loves Cat in the Hat. She is very involved in many clubs at CMASAS and honestly was a joy to have in meetings as she always keeps things lively with her fun banter. She graduated with an excellent 3.94 GPA, and I'm very proud of Lexa and how much she's grown as a young lady while attending our school. She wants to specifically thank her mother, Lana, and her amazing, Lana, I said that wrong, see, she puts me in my place, and I love it. And her amazing PEC, Lexi Hansen. Congratulations, Lexa Hedgecock. Back row's up next. Mateo Hoyos, come on down. Mateo, come around here. Mateo is originally from Spain, was living in Colombia, but I think last week, moved back to Spain, so he's been all over. He has been involved in NHS at our school, and this year was the NHS secretary. He plans to take a gap year after graduating, but also plans to travel around the United States. He's here in San Diego, and then we'll visit with one of his best friends who he's met through CMASAS and fellow class 2025 graduate, Ellie, and he'll be staying with their family going to Chicago. He would like to later study architecture, and he enjoys many different fields of science. Mateo has been enrolled with our school since 4th grade. He is such a pleasure to work with. He is liked by his peers, and he is always involved in many clubs and activities at our school. He would like to thank his course instructors, his PEC, and his parents for all of their help. And he would like to especially thank Ellie's family for sharing this great experience with him, letting him stay with them, and being a welcoming family to him. Congratulations, Mateo. Next will be Rayleigh Kendrick. Rayleigh already has a lay that's beautiful. I love it. Rayleigh lives in Alexandria, Virginia. He will attend NOVA, which is Northern Virginia Community College, where he has already taken many dual enrollment classes. He will start to focus on art studies by attending art school after NOVA and would like to pursue a fine arts degree to focus on photography and graphic arts. He would like to make a living in the arts. Due to his love of art, you'd not be surprised to know he loves drawing, photography, music, and knitting. But he also loves rowing, running, longbow archery, hiking, biking, helping others, traveling, D&D, cooking, movies, and stargazing. He is most proud of winning the most determined award from his teammates on a competitive rowing team, and the coaches of that same team awarded him most improved. He specifically wanted to say, "I am very grateful for my family and all they have done for me. You are the best. I am very thankful for everyone at CMASAS and especially my PEC, Jean Nywoner." Congratulations, Rayleigh. Rayleigh also went on the Camino trip, so that was pretty cool. Next will be Salil Kachanchi. Salil? By the way, since that dropped, I meant to actually say to everyone, those are the NHS sashes, and they have their pins. There you go. You're fine. Salil lives in Portland, Oregon, and will attend Portland State University this fall. He plans to study environmental science at PSU. He is a member of NHS and has been involved in our school's chess club. He's also been in the baking and cooking clubs, which he enjoyed. He loves racquetball and table tennis. He loves chess and bowling. He has also varsity letters and awards from racquetball. I feel like you have this pin, and I can't remember, was that your racquetball pin? Yeah, this one, this medal? Yes, that was his racquetball medal. At any rate, we are very proud. Congratulations, Salil. Sorry, Ezekiel. Come on down, Zeke. Ezekiel is graduating with an excellent 3.97 GPA. He has lived all over the world, currently living in Virginia. He has lived in places like Germany, Korea, and England. He has been a student from kindergarten through graduation here at our school. He might only be one of the second or third students that we've had go all the way from kindergarten through graduation, so that's pretty cool. He has already started working, even before he graduated, by apprenticing with a roofing and electrical company. He wants to gain hands-on experience so he can pursue a field of real estate or property development. He loves bowling, and he's really good at it. He loves good food. He loves traveling, being with family and friends, and fitness. I want to personally state that Tammy Warnick and I have worked pretty exclusively with Ezekiel the last 3 to 4 years, and it has been an absolute privilege to work with this young man. He's very polite, motivated, personable, and caring. Way to go, Zeke. And their whole family, actually. Is Ezekiel our last one? Where are they sitting? Is he the last?
Yeah, the grandkid.
Oh, all right. Yes. Okay. Next up is Sophia Naranjo. There we go. That's a rowdy one, but I love it. Sophie lives in Washington State. She will attend cosmetology school after graduating, and she wants to become a hairdresser and specialize in curly hair. She enjoys sewing, traveling, going to concerts, and watching movies. She's taken many honors level courses while attending CMASAS. She plays guitar, she's a former gymnast, and she's very artistic. This is not about me, but I will tell you something I found out last night. Her parents are very, very good friends with a girl that I went to high school with, and I grew up in a very small town in Washington, so that was a very interesting little thing to find out. We are very proud of Sophia, and Daisy, in particular, wanted me to say that she is very proud of you. Congratulations, Sophia. Ashel Eli Nuyaboya. I hope I said your last name right. I never get her name quite right. Eli lives in Chicago, Illinois. He has been with CMASAS since 2015, 3rd grade. Did I get that right, Cherise? Yeah. Okay, thank you. She'd let me know if I didn't. Eli plans to attend EMT school and become a firefighter. His ultimate goal is to become a pilot and pursue a career in aviation to help with firefighting in California. He loves to skateboard and listen to music. Aviation is a passion of his. Ellie is a member of NHS and has been involved in many clubs throughout his time at CMASAS. He has made some wonderful friends at his school, and he and his family have attended many of our regional gatherings and trips through our school. He challenged himself academically this year by taking an AP course and a dual enrollment ASU course. He has an excellent 3.82 GPA. Ellie would like to say, in particular, thank you to Miss Daisy for being the best PEC I could ask for, along with all the other CMASAS staff who supported me through my 10 years at CMASAS. Congratulations, Ellie. 10 years he was here. Next is Colin Reed. Colin lives in Humble, Texas. They sound humble over there. I love it. They're rowdy. I love it. He was accepted into 10 colleges, but he narrowed his decision, and he will be attending Baylor University in Waco, Texas this fall. He wants to study astronomy or neuroscience. He received a Baylor University merit-based scholarship worth $50,000. He is... Did I say something? Okay. He aspires to go into scientific research or write sci-fi novels. Colin was a valued member of NHS at our school. He was also a member of many other clubs. He was also a Student of the Month award winner this year for the Virtue of Peace. Honestly, that's how I think of Colin. He's very calm and collected, and he really does demonstrate the virtue of peace perfectly. He enjoys swimming, scientific research, and writing. He would like to thank his PEC, Ms. Cheatham. He'd also like to thank Ms. Fowler and his classmates and everyone at CMASAS. He specifically stated, "I could not have become the person I am today without your guidance," which I think is a very special thing to say. Congratulations, Colin. Next is Tegan Smith. I didn't see your hat either. What's on yours? Okay, make sure you guys get a look at that one too. Tegan lives in Lancaster, Massachusetts. She plans to attend Florida Atlantic University to study exercise science. She would like to open her own gymnastics gym and work as a coach and athletic trainer. She has been a competitive cheerleader and even coaches younger gymnasts already. She is a very active young lady who loves to be outside and do a lot of activities with family and friends. She received a leadership scholarship from FAU. Congratulations, Tegan Smith. Isabella Wester Rivera. It's very beautiful. Isabella lives in Boulder, Colorado. She was inducted into our chapter of NHS last night. Congratulations. She plans to attend the Colorado School of Mines and study computational linguistics. Wow. I'm not even sure, again, that I know exactly what that entails, but it sounds amazing. She gained admittance to at least 4 other schools, but chose the School of Mines. She is receiving the Presidential Scholarship worth over $6,000 a year. She loves learning languages, crafts, and gaming. She is an amazing champion rock climber and mountain bike cycling champion as well. In fact, if you ever Google her, you'll see some amazing pictures of her mountain climbing, but also biking. In fact, she was the Puerto Rican and Caribbean MTB, which I had to Google, means mountain biking champion. So, oops, I'm dropping things left and right here. All right, so congratulations, Isabella. All right, next up is Lindsay Willis. Lindsay. You definitely have to see her decorations. She messaged me a few weeks ago because she actually hand crocheted hers, and so she needed to know the size of hers. It's beautiful, I love it. Lindsay lives in Broomfield, Colorado. She was accepted into CU Boulder and Colorado School of Mines. She will also be attending Colorado School of Mines on a presidential scholarship worth over $6,000 a year. So, wow, you guys are both going to the same school. You guys could share a dorm room. This would be amazing. I'm gonna get it all figured out for our moms. Don't worry. She will study mechanical engineering. She loves to crochet and knit. Lindsay is a member of NHS at our school as well. She is a very responsible and organized student. She is also a very resilient young lady who has overcome a lot of challenges to get where she is. We are so proud of her. Way to go, Lindsay Willis. Next is Isabel Lane Yarbrough. Isabel. Lane lives in Singapore, and I believe she was in the United States, but maybe in Singapore again. They moved back and forth. She joined for her senior year of high school. She was admitted into quite a number of colleges and universities this fall, but she decided to accept admittance into Drexel University in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. She would like to study education and neuroscience. She received an A.J. Drexel scholarship worth over $16,000 per year. Her goal is to eventually become a forensic pathologist. She loves music, bass guitar in particular, fashion, and art. Congratulations, Lane. Last but definitely not least, she's probably one of the ones that's always last, right? Because of Z. Michelle Max Zagorski. As you've already heard, Max graduated with a perfect 4.0 GPA and is one of our class valedictorians. She will be attending SCAD, Savannah College of Art and Design, next fall to pursue her passions in art and graphic design. She currently lives in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. She loves creating art and playing video games. She is a member of our chapter of NHS and has earned the Dean's Honor List at SCAD, where she has already been taking dual enrollment courses over the last 2 years. She also received an academic and achievement scholarship, honor scholarship to SCAD worth over $11,000 per year. In particular, Max would like to thank Ms. Cheatham for all of her help over her years at CMASAS. Congratulations, Max. All right, so those are the 23 graduates here. I'm going to read, I would like to acknowledge the graduates who could not attend the ceremony but are also listed in the program as class of 2025 graduates. These include Adam Alisher, Zishin Lydia On, Elias Anderson, Alabama Barker, Madison Maddie Blake, Carl Burgos, Medhanet Mehdi Caulfield, Grace Coyle, Aman Derej, Tristan Draycott, Elisa Shireen Ella Erasmus, Campbell Frame, Lucy Gorlitz, Troy Hartwig, Chloe Hutchins, Logan LaFrance, Ty Leone, Christoforos Chris Masalis, Andrew Matuzik, Joshua Neighbors, Vivek Naredi, Megan Ong, Kaya Sansbury, Gabriela Sanjay, Isaac Solberg, Scarlett Walker, Casey White, Avery Winston, and Hazel Button. Congrats to those students as well. All right, before we do the final, oh wow, I am ahead of schedule. Yes, we are killing it today, people. All right, so before I'm gonna go over just a few logistics before they do their final tassel turn and a few things up here. I want to just go through a few details so you kind of understand what's happening. The students in a minute or two are going to stand up, and then we're going to present you to the class, and they're going to move their tassels, okay? But before they do that, because usually they do a hat toss, and I did take a vote, and they would like to do it. So what they're going to do is they're going to, afterwards, when the Pomp and Circumstance plays again, they're going to file out, and they're all going to go outside, and there's a little courtyard area, and they're going to do the hat toss out there. Okay, so feel free to come out if the stairs are a problem and you just want to stay put and hang out, that's okay as well. Our suggestion is, we were kind of waiting on the weather because there was lightning and there was some rain when we were lining up and waiting, but it looks okay right now. To take about a half hour if you want to take the pictures outside. I think the lighting will be better out there. And also you got the beautiful background. So take up to like a half hour. The food service will start about 4. And then we will, even during the food service, we'll have a few more awards and recognitions. So we hope that you stick around because we've got some other great things going on. We'll have Randy and Primrose. We'll be playing beautiful Hawaiian music. We'll have the most amazing pizza. Who up here on the stage had the pizza before? It was so good, wasn't it? Okay, thank you. And we'll have churros that are amazing. So please stick around for those churros as well. So please, once you go out there and you get the pictures, come back because we don't want you to leave. Also, it's really important, and I'm telling the parents this because the students might forget, they each have a gift bag, including a star chart. Make sure they get that. One more, logistics. The sleeves, they're just diploma sleeves. There's nothing in them. If they graduated already, they will have their final transcripts and diploma in their gift bag, okay? It's in an envelope. If they didn't graduate on time, but they did graduate this week, they may have that mailed out. If they're still graduating later this summer, they'll get those mailed out later on. Okay, without further ado, I would like the class of 2025 to please rise.
Finally, my knees are hurting.
Thank you for your patience. All right, you're going to take your tassel and now move it from the right side to the left side. And I would like to officially introduce you, yours came off, to the class of 2025.
So amazing. I can't believe it. Yeah. Oh, let me just tell you. He was like, it's amazing. Now I think he can sleep. He slept for the last